Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Brie. You should definitely subscribe down below. I post law school videos and vlogs about my life. So today I thought that it's a perfect time for me to come on here and let you guys know a little bit of an update about my life and about GW and what they plan to do for the fall semester in terms of the law school. I haven't posted in about 2 weeks, forgive me, but I definitely needed a break and I've gotten that break and I'm back. And I'm hoping to be grinding out everything. So on another note, I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that George Washington, they have decided that they are going to do a hybrid model. The model hasn't been approved. It needs to be approved by the DC government, and so the DC government apparently has postponed like whether or not they'll approve stuff, I think until July 31st. And if you think about when school is going to start for GW, which is on August 13th, that's not that much time to give to students. But GW has said that they will offer a fully online component to anybody who like needs it or really wants it. But I'm pretty sure that they're strongly encouraging people to, you know, attend class when we have class. I'm going to go into more detail a little bit later about that. But so they just got an approval like the other day saying that the ABA saying that because of COVID-19 that counts as like a reason not for students to fulfill the requirement because you're supposed to spend a certain amount of time on campus. So the ABA approved that and basically said that students can be fully online, so that's one approval. And then they have their other plan, which is the hybrid model. For the hybrid model, they were thinking that students would come to campus depending on the size of the classes. So for first year classes, I believe 2 of our classes, like I said, I think it was Civil Procedures and Fundamentals of Lawyering 1, which is like our writing class. Well, all of it is writing, but like I guess like hardcore writing for law school. That was going to be, those were the smaller classes, so they were going to see if we can be in person for those classes. Maybe I'll make a different video letting you guys know about what my class schedule would look like, but I honestly have no idea. They have not told us. And I'm pretty sure they said you don't get your class schedule until orientation, which is about 7 days before school starts, or 5. For me, that's a little strange because if you think about it in college, you get your class schedule way ahead of time because you register for your classes. So you know your classes way in advance, but as a 1L, you don't get your classes apparently until orientation. You know which classes you're going to take, but you don't necessarily know which textbook you need or which professor you're going to have or which days of the week you're going to be on campus. I'm pretty sure it's different for 2Ls, but for 1Ls you have a set schedule. The hybrid model, since the Civil Procedure and the Fundamentals class was smaller, they were seeing if they could make us come to campus because it's a smaller class. So GW is allowed to operate at 20% of its like capacity, so I believe that they said that that was 300 students at one time that they can have on campus. So they're trying to get approval from the DC government about that. So they want students, they're proposing that students, 1L students, come to law school once a week. Everybody's gonna have a designated day that they go to law school, and on that designated day, I guess maybe, I don't know, they haven't told us if we're going to attend the Civil Procedure, just the Civil Procedure class, or if we're going to attend, I don't know, our torts class, probably not because those are bigger classes, or they haven't told us if it's going to be Civil Procedure and the Fundamentals of Lawyering class. They haven't told us that, but they just told us that everybody, well, that's what they're going for. The DC government hasn't approved it yet, but I'm pretty sure they will. Each person will go to law school once a week, so basically out of 5 days, 1 day per week you will be going to class, and there's going to be social distancing, and there's going to be testing on campus if you want to test. And then also they were talking about everything else is going to be online. All exams will be online. The dean of students was saying that she doesn't know for sure, it depends on the professor, but that doesn't necessarily mean that exams will be easier for us as 1L students, but all the exams are take home, and some people say it's harder because it's take home, but I guess it depends on the professor. So I guess as a 1L student, it's less intimidating because you can do it in an environment that you're used to, but at the same time there's pros and cons to each thing. You know, some people will say as a 1L student, some people are taking a gap year because they want that interaction and face-to-face interaction with the professor. They want that set schedule where they have to go to class. It gives them something to do, as in like them going out of their house instead of staying in. For a lot of people that can be kind of like depressing, staying inside your house and not being going out. Some people love it, so honestly it depends on each person. For me, myself, I don't know, I'll have to see how I like it, but I think I'll be fine. But it's definitely going to be kind of weird having law school online, and if I need to go to a meeting or or something like that. They said that you would basically have to schedule that meeting with whoever you would like to see, and you either see them the day that you go to campus, or you would have to go through Zoom. So I can't be like, okay, my scheduled day is Wednesday, I want to go see her on Friday. No, they're not gonna let you. You either have to do it through Zoom, or you have to do it on the day that you are scheduled to go to campus. So that's how it's gonna work. Going to GW once a week until COVID pretty much dies down. The ABA has given GW until the spring semester basically. So when the spring semester comes, I guess they have to reapply or re-ask again if COVID is still a thing. I don't know, maybe the therapeutics and the vaccines that they're talking about, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but we'll have to see for certain. But this is all for the fall semester. So the online component was approved, and now they're waiting for the DC approval so they can finally give the go. But if anybody knows about GW or whatever law school, GW, the faculty association basically wrote a letter saying that they don't know anything, aka like they don't know how testing would work for students, they don't know you know, how social distancing will work in some of their classes. They're basically saying that GW hasn't told them anything. But at the same time, I like to give credit to GW because they don't know, they probably don't know anything either, because they're waiting on approval from the government. So it's taking some time, and some people want to know whether or not they're going to move here or not, and teachers want to know how they're going to operate in their classroom. So it's a different circumstance that nobody's used to. And in terms of the law school, some students are in the group chat saying like, oh, I don't know if I should move down here. I mean, a lot of us already said we were already going to sign the lease because we're not going to deal with this, oh, maybe we'll go to school, maybe we'll not. They're telling us hybrid now. So we're like, okay, it's getting close to the deadline. And if you need to move, especially across the country, you have to do that in advance. You gotta take a risk, and you're gonna have to move to DC eventually. So I moved to DC. I think it's a good decision, and to each their own though. Everybody can do what they please or what suits their needs. But that's a little update for myself. I'm about to go back to Washington DC and stay there basically till school starts tonight. I'm so excited to make vlogs for you guys about law school. I definitely want to make a little bit of other videos. I have a list, but I just haven't dabbed at that list. But that's the update with DC and what they're gonna do with schooling. So if they have fall online, or when it gets approved, maybe I'll tell you guys in my next video, like, yeah, these are the days I'm gonna go to campus, these are the classes I'm gonna take, these are the textbooks I'm gonna read. I want to tell you guys which textbooks. I don't know, maybe you guys will Google it. I'm that type of person that would watch a YouTube video, go and Google what textbooks that they use at particular law schools, and kind of like take a peek or like see how many pages it has. I'm that type of person, but I definitely want to tell you guys about that, like what professors I have, my experiences as a law student. But that's basically the update for GW for the fall. I'm excited. I'm hoping my day of the week falls either like Tuesday or Wednesday, because I don't want a Friday, because what if I want to go home early? I don't want a Monday, because what if I want to stay home later, if that makes any sense. So that's my update for GW. I hope you guys are staying safe and are healthy and are smiling and enjoying life, I don't know, to the best of your ability. Thank you so much for watching if you watched to the end, and you should definitely subscribe if you're new. And I hope everybody, well, I already said that like 10 times. All right, that's enough. All right guys, see you guys in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.